Of course, great. It was really tight series, and of course, great win for us tonight, and always fun to play in the game sevens, and of course, great to move on and get to the Vegas.
Y'all had a lot of chances there in the first period, but it's still scoreless. What was kind of the regroup during that first intermission?
Yeah, I mean, we had to keep doing what we were doing. I think first period we had a lot of chances, but yeah, have to keep doing that. I think we played really well, and that's how we need to play. And yeah, we just come here and we know that it's coming when we keep doing same things, and yeah, it's paid off, and yeah, huge win for us.
What have you thought of what Wyatt Johnston's been able to do throughout this postseason?
Yeah, it's of course huge for us. I think he's getting better and better every game, and of course huge goal and pretty nice goal for us tonight. So yeah, he's playing great.
Nice birthday present for him?
Yeah, for sure that was.
Mira, what with Rope hints, just, it seems like he's been very consistent these playoffs. What have you seen from him, and how important was that first goal?
Yeah, it's of course huge, and yeah, huge player for us, a big part of our team, and he's been unreal whole playoffs, and he's just so fast and strong with the puck, and can play defense as well. So yeah, it's been fun to watch for sure, and I think he's still can play better, but yeah, I mean he's been our best player so far.
What did you guys do in front of Jake today? It seemed like you guys kind of kept the puck in front and didn't. Last game there was a lot of stuff around the crease. What did you guys do to avoid that this time?
Of course we needed to help him more than what we did in last game. We had I think we had a great box out today. They didn't have any chances in front, so that was huge for us. We have to be strong in front of our net, and yeah, I think we did a good job tonight.
Pete DeBoer is 7-0 in Game 7s now. What is his magic formula in these Game 7s?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were attacking whole game. That's the mindset he has. We have to go there and attack, play in their zone. I think that's the key. We can sit back or watch the opponent do something. We have to go there and play our game and attack them.
I know this is still fresh, but what are the challenges that the Golden Knights are going to present for you guys in the next round?
Yeah, of course it's a really good team again, coming probably gonna be a tight series again, but yeah, we have to watch some video and stuff what they do, but yeah, it's gonna be a good team again.
But now that you guys lose home ice though against them, I mean, what does that challenge present? Because this.
Yeah, I mean we have been good road team whole year, so it's of course a little different. We start on the road, but we have to go there and play like we did tonight, and it's gonna be fine.
Sound like a broken record, but I think Otter's now 22-1-3 following a loss. I mean, what is this? How do you guys keep doing this after losing?
Yeah, I mean, always have to bounce back, and I mean, Otter it's been great every time we have lost, and yeah, of course, whole team has to bounce back and get him more help, and I think we did a good job tonight.
How's it feel to get this one behind you?
Yeah, of course it was huge. It's win for us and in front of our fans, so it makes it so much better too.
The beginning of the game, you and the rest of the team had a lot of chances. Is that more encouraging, or is it frustrating that they weren't going in?
Of course, it's good for us, so we see that we're in there. Like last 2 games, our starts weren't there, so today I think we started great, and then they had a couple of chances there too, but Jake was unreal today, so he kept us in there.
Tonight it felt like you guys had 2 or 3 guys back every time the puck was on a Kraken stick. What did you guys do differently as forwards to help support the defense?
Yeah, I think this was our best game of the series today, and everyone was in today, and yeah, we did work everywhere on the ice, and we try to play simple, and then we work with our feet.
What did you see there on your goal? Just simple takeaway.
Yeah, I just tried to skate as hard as I can, and then I saw that the puck stopped a bit, and then he kind of lost the angle, and then I cut the puck, and then I just had a breakaway. So I don't know.
Rope, back in 2019, you were a young player going through a couple rounds. What have you seen from Wyatt Johnston, the way he's gone through 2 rounds now, and the way he's played?
Yeah, it's nice to see how he grows all the time, like during the season too, how he played. First season as so young player, so it's great to see how he plays. This level and these games are so getting all the time like more intense. So it's nice to see that he's playing great.
What do you have to deal with when it comes to the Golden Knights next round?
Yeah, I think we gotta play like we played today. They're also 4 lines. They play hard. They play good forecheck. So I think when we play fast and with our strength with 4 lines, I think we're good.
How important is Miro in controlling the game? I mean, he played pretty much half the game.
Yeah, it's great that we have him here. He's like you say, he plays half the game, and it's not just the other way. It's so both ways. So he's offensive and defensive. So it's for us that we have him here.
I feel like Evgeny kind of set the tone. He was really aggressive early on. Is that something that you guys felt too, the way that he was kind of forechecking, going after the puck?
Yeah, I think that was one thing we decided after the last game, that we got to be more aggressive and play with pace and try to play quick and forecheck their D.
In the next round, for the first time this postseason, you guys will be the road team and not have home ice advantage. What challenge does that present?
I don't think if it's bad for us, because we played well in regular season away games. So I think we just have to play simple in their building and try to stay out of the box.
When you think about winning this Game 7 and going to the conference finals, and you think about the crowd that you guys had tonight, what impact does this have in the community to help grow the next generation of fans here?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I know playing at home, it's so fun for us. The atmosphere, the fans, it's amazing. So, yeah, I mean, I know we all love playing at home in front of our fans. And, yeah, I mean, I think, you know, when we're playing well, I think it just kind of helps bring in people, brings in attention to the team and into hockey. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a lot more fun to see a team win than lose. So, yeah, I think that's a big thing, just, you know, being able to win and try to keep winning.
Hey, Jake, it's been a very emotional series, up and down, lots of roller coasters. What's it like to go through that one and then to come out with the Game 7 win?
Yeah, that's playoff hockey, and you know, I don't think I had my best series of my career, but it shows how good of a team we are. You know, I feel like my best hockey is still ahead of me, and just goes to show how good of a team we have. And that's playoff hockey. It's ups and downs, and you know, you think you might be out of it, and next thing you know, you're going to the conference final. So I'm sure there's more ups and downs ahead of us and ahead of me, and just going to take what I learned this series and use it to my advantage.
Wyatt, Pete talked about it yesterday, and Miro just talked about it as well. But playing better in front of Jake after kind of what happened in Game 6, how much of an emphasis was that, and how important was it to execute that and keep the pressure on the outside?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, Jakey obviously gives us a chance to win every night. I mean, he doesn't even give us a chance to lose sometimes. So, I mean, it's awesome. We want to, you know, help him out as much as we can, because, I mean, he bails us out a lot, makes some unbelievable saves, and helps us. So, yeah, that was definitely huge to, you know, try and play a little better in front of Jakey and help support him a little bit more.
Wyatt, just a quick two-parter. First of all, where does that goal rank in terms of belated birthday gifts for you? And second, just how much more confidence, how have you felt as this postseason has gone on, just individually?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of the better birthday gifts. I mean, it was awesome to be able to just kind of help pitch in like that. And sorry, what was the other question?
Just how you felt as this postseason has gone on, just individually.
Yeah, I think, I mean, as time goes on, just getting more comfortable, just adjusting to the game more. I mean, it definitely helps having, you know, all the guys around me that are able to, you know, help support me personally and help me learn. And, I mean, obviously having a guy like Pavs at home helps a ton. Yeah, I think just kind of learning the game and adjusting and learning just kind of how to, you know, try and be successful and, you know, I guess what parts of the ice are open and all that stuff. So, yeah, I think just trying to learn as I go.
Jake, just moments ago you said we can win the whole thing. What gives you that confidence?
I just think, like, I don't know, I'm sure, you know, some teams, I just feel like, you know, I like when you ask me if we think you can win it, I feel like not every year you can honestly say yes. And I think, you know, this year I feel like we can win it and we have everything. And, you know, when we play the way that we want to play and we do the little things right, I think we can beat anyone. And having that belief is pretty cool, and I think everyone in the locker room thinks that, and that's a unique thing. Not every team can say that every year, and I feel like we're going to be great for a long time, but you never know, how many opportunities you're going to get like this. I mean, guys that played 15 years in the league, been great players, and never, even made it to the conference final. So we want to take advantage of this opportunity and play our best hockey and make the most of this opportunity.
And one more for Wyatt. A lot's been already discussed about your relationship with Joe and staying there. And Joe certainly wants to win a cup. What has those conversations been like behind closed doors, maybe as roommates, and what has he expressed to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think, first of all, that just kind of shows how hard it is to win. He's been on some pretty good teams, and he's been close many times. So, I mean, yeah, I know him. He's so competitive, and just talking, he wants to win badly, and so I think it's just, focusing on yourself and doing what you can to help the team, and I think for him, he's been able to help me out a lot, and he's obviously a pretty successful playoff player, as he's been able to show. So I think he has obviously great experience, and he's trying to lead us all and trying to show the ropes, and just be a big leader out there. So I think he's been huge.
Jake, Pete's got a 7-0 record in Game 7s in his coaching career. Is there anything about his style or demeanor that helps explain a stat like that? And speaking as somebody who's had to be pulled on by him in games in this postseason?
Yeah, I think just the belief that what he's teaching and what he wants us to do is the formula, and I think if your coach is back there freaking out and hitting the panic button every time you lose, I think that trickles down into the group, and he's the exact opposite of that. He believes in this group of guys, and that if we do what he's teaching us and what we do as a group well, I think if we do that, he believes we can win the cup. So the belief starts and ends with him, and his demeanor trickles down into the whole group. So it's a pretty cool stat, and it's not shocking that he's had success, and I think a lot of that has to do with his calmness and his belief in his group.
Jake, you've talked about the importance of brushing yourself off after every game. Is that a conscious thing you do? Is there a method for it, or is it just kind of natural at this point?
I think it's part of the position. I think as a goalie, a lot of times you get a lot more praise than you deserve and a lot more criticism than you deserve, I think, sometimes. And if I were to read into every bad thing that was said about me when I played bad, I think I would drive myself crazy. So it's a tough position, and I have a hell of a goalie coach, a great family, a lot of people that believe in me, and I believe in myself. And I know, when I don't play my best, I can shake it off and regroup and play great, the next night. So that's what playoffs is all about. We're not going to be our best every night, especially me, and if that happens, you got to regroup and shake it off, and I've done that so far.
A couple things, Jake, for you. What's the view like for the goaltender when the team is kind of, it seemed like almost dominating from start to finish? What's it like for you back there watching that?
It's great. Just hanging out. No, but those games are hard, I think last year, I was getting all the shots, and Markstrom was hanging out, and then he had to make some big saves. So it's almost tougher. I've said many times before to you guys that, when you're in it, you're getting shots all the time. It almost is easier. So, not saying that I, won the game for us tonight or anything, but I just think it's every game's different. And you never know where you're going to get, and as a goalie, you got to be ready no matter what. So, Grubauer was unreal tonight. He kept him in the game, gave him a chance to win, and I knew I was going to get a couple shots that were good scoring chances, and that's where you got to step up. So you're not always going to get 40 shots a night, and you just gotta step up when I need to.
And Wyatt, for you, it seemed like Evgeny just had a different energy to start the game, the way he was forechecking and stuff, playing on a line with him. Did you guys kind of feel that as well, the way, how aggressive he was on the puck?
Yeah, I think, as a line, we had a pretty good start. We had some really good chances to get one early, but, he's been awesome all playoffs. Just so good with the puck, and yeah, he's great on the forecheck. He's great at getting pucks back, stripping guys of the puck. So, it makes it a lot of fun to play with him when He's playing like the ways he's been playing.
Hi, Pete.
Hey.
7-0 now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'd like to take credit for it, but I can't. I mean, it was our best team game of the playoffs. I knew our group would respond. They have all year, individually and collectively as a team, and they didn't disappoint.
What does a win like this and going to a conference final and going on a long playoff run in a more non-traditional hockey market, what impact can that have on the next generation of fan?
Yeah, well, I think we've grabbed the local attention here, of the Dallas fan. And, if you see this team play and how hard they play and the brand of hockey they play, it's hard not to become a fan of the group. And so, it's nice that we're the only game in town right now, and the guys are, you can feel it in the community when you're around. It's exciting.
So it's Vegas, Pete.
Vegas, yes.
How you feeling about this reunion in the conference final?
There's a lot to unpack there. I think we'll just enjoy tonight and talk about that as we go forward.
Pete, I think Tracy just mentioned that. I think that's 2 series-winning goals for Wyatt Johnston. Just what has his impact been, and how? And you talked during the regular season how he kept getting better. Has that followed through in the playoffs as well? Yeah,
and what a goal! Like it's not just a goal. Like it's a goal that it's hard to explain. I mean, I don't know how many players would think about doing that, never mind pull it off and score like that on that play. So, it's an elite world-class play by one of the youngest players in the league. Just phenomenal. And I can't say enough about him. I mean, he's been fantastic all year. He's a big part of our group, and it feels like the deeper we get, the more we rely on him, more responsibility he wants.
So, Coach, Jake in his postgame presser just talked about your calm demeanor. I know you don't want to take credit for your 7-0, but he gave you some credit and said that trickles down to your group, and that's huge, and that you don't panic afterwards. Is that something that you've always had, or did you just kind of embrace that as a hockey coach?
Yeah. Oh, well, I appreciate that coming from Jake, who's, for me, our calming presence as a team, with how he plays. No, it's something you learn as a coach. I mean, I think you come into the league, fiery and excitable, and you realize, you can have more impact picking your spots and being a calming presence when, there's a lot of chaos going on. And in Game 7, there's a lot of emotion. There's, the guys are wound up. There's nobody that isn't ready to play, that give everything they've got. They know the stakes. So, I think our staff, has tried to stay even-keeled there. And let's be honest, we didn't win anything tonight. We advanced. We've still got a long way to go, and we've got a big test coming next.
What was the key for your defensive game? It seems like you guys possessed the puck very well, and then that helped keep them on their heels.
Yeah, Game 6 was a little bit of an aberration. I guess probably Game 3 and 6 in the series, where we turned the puck over, fed into the things that they do well, and didn't give ourselves a chance in either of those games. But the other games, including Game 1, which we lost in overtime, I thought we played a real solid brand of hockey. I mean, we were pretty good defensively. They're an opportunistic team. You got to give them credit. I should have led with that, because I was really impressed with the job Dave Hackstall and his staff did, but also how hard that team played, and how as a team they played. They were relentless right up until the buzzer tonight. So hats off to them. Real impressive season and effort by that group. And they made us earn it. But I thought, other than 3 and 6, when we played smart hockey, I thought we took over big portions of those other games, like we did tonight.
Coach, two things. You've been involved in a handful of Game 7s before. This one feel any different than any of the rest, or are they all the same?
They're never all the same, you know. It was awesome. I mean, the rink was electric. Big win, you know. There was a lot of noise around us coming into this game because of Game 6, and a lot of doubt planted in our group and individually on some players. So I was just really proud of our response. We dug in and stuck together and responded the way I knew we would.
Jake Ottinger hasn't been in the NHL forever, but he did say or infer that he thought that this team was good enough to win a Stanley Cup now, that they were in the right window to do it. You agree with him?
Well, there's only 4 teams left, so we might as well take a shot at it here. I mean, you know, 4 weeks ago there was 32. You know, you're down to the final 4, so you know you're not near the finish line, but you can probably see it somewhere down the road there. It's definitely a lot closer than it was a week ago, and that's what we're here for. I mean, that's the goal, but we've got a gigantic test here first.
First of all, great game, Coach.
Thank you.
Talk about Jake and just his resilience, you know, throughout this entire series, the amount of goals that have been scored, and he just comes back like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, his mental toughness. You know, I told him this morning at pregame skate, he's the best response goalie that I've had the opportunity to coach. And when I say response, I mean when either our team or he has an off night, you know, the next night he's locked and loaded and ready to go. And I knew he'd do it again tonight, and he did. And you know, that's the backbone of what we're about. And he's elite, and I'm glad he's going to get a few days rest because we've been riding him pretty hard here. He'll be ready for the next series.
Pete, a few things all on the same line. Just the start of the game, how important was that? And then was it frustrating, encouraging, all the chances you guys got but weren't able to convert?
Yeah.
And then leading into that, how big was Rope's goal to break through?
Yeah, the first goal was critical. I loved how we started. I loved how we played. I thought we got better. You know, I liked our first period. I liked our start. I thought the second period we really went up another level. And but the first goal is critical. I mean, you know, if you don't get that first goal, that momentum can shift pretty quickly despite all the good things you're doing. So big time goal by, you know, the guy who's been clutch for us the entire playoff. I mean, he was a beast again out there today. I mean, he could have had 2 or 3. So he's been fantastic.